super young, like when I was like 4.
Yeah,
So
I
like,
wasn't even born.
my sister was singing. My dad was playing the keys. My mom was a singer, and they used to go like I'm Indian, so we used to go to temple and stuff and go like perform and all that stuff for all the shows or whatever. So naturally, like, and they would always see me sitting down, and even though I was young, I wasn't really doing anything, but my eyes were always on the drummer, like 24/7. I'm watching the drums, so. Pause. I just realized what he said.
Damn, bro.
So yeah. So when I was 7, my dad put me in classes to like learn like drums and stuff, and I did that until I was like 19 or 20. So long time, and then that's when I started producing.
Right.
Because I was like, man, like, you know what actually set it off? I had thought about this thing when I was like 10 years old. I'm like, yo, what if I played these Indian drums on like a rap beat or something? And I'd hear these songs. I'm like, what if I did that, right? But young me, like, I'm thinking like, nah, like.
That's not possible.
It's not possible. Nobody gonna like it, whatever.
You're already hating on yourself, bro.
I was hating on myself. And then like literally like maybe like 3 years later, I'm on like, I don't know what I was on, some website, and I see this dude playing it, and this man blows up. I was like,
who was it?
Man, I had that. It's shout out a guy named Shobit Banwait. He does killer videos. I was hating on you at first, bro, but I'm a fan now. Just shout out to you.
Hey,
but
everybody starts as a hater, then they
yeah, exactly,
into,
right?
Like,
But yeah, so that's when I got into music, and really like I think because of the background in like Indian music, like you were saying, like I kind of hear things a little differently just because the scales that we use are not Western scales. It's very like very different. Like where you'll have like a and A sharp, and then people will hit notes between that, which is like kind of weird. So, but yeah, so like you were saying, like I hear things a little differently, but that's really where it all started for me.
Right.
You're like a prodigy child.
Yeah.
Almost.
I wouldn't say that. I don't know about all that.
Bro,
I wouldn't call myself a prodigy child.
But I mean, okay, fine. But my point is that, like, bro, you were like raised at a very young age to like do all this, which, I mean,
you gotta change your position.
Which is crazy because I only chose last minute to actually go like make a career out of music. Because remember, I was telling you guys, like, I was in school to do firefighting.
Damn.
I was in Firefighters Academy, and I was almost done.
Damn.
And then, whatever injury happened or whatever, and then that's when it kind of just opened my eyes. I'm like, you know what? Let me try music then.
Wait,
so
were you doing that though to like, were you doing that to? Because I know your mom. She
works in the fire department, and I wasn't doing it because of her. I know what you mean, and I was doing firefighting because even me, like, you grow up and everyone tells you, nah, you can't make a living out of music, and you're gonna struggle for so long, and this, and that.
Yeah,
that's true, 100%.
But what's the craziest part is like they don't tell, like what I would tell a young person is like, while you're young, that's the time to struggle. Yeah, like that's the time to do it and struggle because you 9 times out of 10 you're still living at home, so you can still rely on your parents, and all of these. Okay, let's say you go 10 years. Right. Let's say you start 18, right?
Yep.
Fresh out of high school, and you jump into a career like this, right? In the arts, right? And you go hard for 10 years, right?
Something's gonna happen.
Something
bro.
probably will happen, right?
Yeah,
if you're really going hard for 10 years. But let's just say nothing happens for 10 years. You know what happens? You're 28 and you start your other career that's gonna take you for the rest of your life. You're young, bro. Like 28 is still quite young. You know what I mean? It's not like we're
it's like
you know what I mean.
That's what
like,
I'm doing. Like for school, I'm like, as soon as I'm done with this with music technology, I'm gonna start doing something else. So that way, if I don't make it in the music industry, which I'm not saying I won, but like I'm saying like if I don't, I have a plan B, to start.
Exactly, and that like for me, like I'm doing music, but like I have other businesses and stuff that I told you guys about that I'm doing. So it's not like and really I'm doing that to fund this.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
For sure.
So I don't really care about like
this business can get really
just. Yeah, all this.
Look at the API, like shit. That's just like 60 grand.
Yeah, I think this is like 60 grand just this console alone.
Just the side A.
Yeah, the microphones alone are just so like that money stacks up real quick. But yeah, that was my
That's why we. That's
multiple sources of income.
That's why we have to get into drug dealing, boys.
That boy say he going back to
there
Colombia.
goes any type of monetization for this video.
He said he going back to Colombia, bro.
I got a shit. We're bringing back that white coffee, boy.
It's
The sugar. It's the sugar. But I think Julian, you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta your passion, right? Where it started.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to mention something because you're talking about when you're young and to take advantage of that time. I think is very true because we live in a society that it fears fear.
Yeah.
You know, fear of failing, fear of not making it, and not only that, but I feel that the biggest risk you can take in life is just not taking no risk at all. So,
Well, also too because of that fear, like society will try to bully you.
Yes.
With
Yeah.
their
Yes.
their
Yes.
timeline of success.
yes,
Like
Yes.
you should be successful based off of
Yeah.
the standard that they have set.
yeah.
Like, bro, what? Like, what the
Yeah.
hell is
Rather than
that?
what works
Yeah,
for
like,
you.
what the hell? Like, if I decide I want to make it by 45, then that's what I decide,
Yeah.
bro. Like, how you gonna
Yeah.
tell me
How you want to
when
tell me that I gotta
it
be
is
successful at
for me?
25?
You know what I mean? Like,
The only-
Obviously, stay true to your word.
Yeah.
but, you know,
Yeah.
Oh, the only
whatever
thing
you
I could say the reason that is maybe because there's, or from what I've seen, is that nobody wants to work when they're hella old and like
Yeah,
you know,
right.
like you know what I mean. Like that's why I see it's like. Also,
the-
there's that mindset of like.
Yeah, that's a standard mindset. You know?
Yeah.
but is this working? Do we feel like we're working? I don't feel like I'm working.
No, I
Like
don't.
when I'm making music, like
Yeah.
whether I
Sometimes
was,
it can
you
be
know,
though. I can't lie.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it
you
can
gotta,
be.
you
Like,
gotta
it's not
see
like
it. You gotta see
every-
it both ways. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
for
not-
me, it's like
yeah.
you gotta see it both ways. You gotta be like,
There's
this is
an hour
work,
of time.
but at the same time, it's my entertainment. you
Yeah.
know?
Or at least how I like to see it is that, shit, I mean, I enjoy this. This is a trade that I can have. And then I need to also pay the bills. So if I need to put on that working mentality, but the difference is though, I look forward to doing it.
You gotta pay
I
the
feel like that's the
bills.
difference for me at least. So sometimes, don't get me wrong, bro. You think I want to edit some shit and like fucking quantize and do all this bullshit? No, bro.
But you gotta do it.
But that's all part of it, though.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you got to take the bad with the good. You know?
Exactly.
Like, all that
Big
stuff.
picture
Yeah.
in the end.
Yeah.
The pros and the cons.
Yes, yes. So that's why my
But where do your passions start, though?
okay, yeah. Let me go on there. So we got sidetracked, but so my passion it started really young. It was really weird. My parents put me to like with the guitar teacher, and it was funny. I was interested in it. I was interested at the idea at first, but I feel like you know I've been diagnosed with ADHD, you know, since I was a
I feel
kid.
that.
So like I was interested, and then shortly after I lost interest, and then you know then I found interest of beat making, you know, when I was a kid then. And I wanted to I was like, bro, how do they? Same thing, kind of Lewis. Like, how do they make this? You know, what's the? You almost feel like there's like a magic wand that they do,
Yeah.
or you know, like it's very funny because, I feel like I always knew there was something more for me, instead of a standard or traditional job. And that's what I feel like really pushed me into looking for other options besides you know besides I guess you know the regular 9 to 5 because at the end of the day I just didn't feel like I fit in with that. I didn't feel like my mindset and how I am as a person fit in with that. So musically, bro, I feel like I connected the most with music, but in my own way, necessarily.
Yep.
Not so much as a performer because I don't really consider myself that. I just knew that I could interject myself into the industry one way or another. I just didn't know at an early age how that could be or how that would look like. And then what really motivated me, I mean, obviously, you know, certain artists. Off the bat, I can name, you know, Biggie, Tupac.
Well,
Tribe Called Quest.
let's go into that. What are your musical inspirations?
So what I would say is, for me at least, the people that have really influenced me.
Like, if you got to give like a top 5 as far
Okay.
as like inspirations.
Okay, fine. Biggie, Tupac, Nas, And then from there, I'd say, trying to be careful with the other three, or the other two, my bad. Fuck. All right, I'm going to just say Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I feel like those are a solid 5 for me. Great pick. I feel like you can't go wrong with them. I want to name other people, like a little bit more niche, but those are just first ones that come to mind. So
I'd say for me, it was definitely 70s classic stuff like Queen. They were really like my biggest inspiration. Just 4 guys who can do anything. David Bowie, Elton John, some stuff like that.
bro, those are amazing picks.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you're like a
Old soul.
yeah.
I am an old soul.
yeah.
I mean, it's just
But we knew that
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the time we met Arturo.
from the beginning.
We knew
just
that,
the way I
like,
dressed
yeah,
up and shit.
not even the way you dress, but honestly, I forget like the way you dress. I remember your first beat in like I think it was like Castillo's class or something
Oh
like that.
yeah.
First beat I heard it, I was like, yo, this is so like 70s, 80s, but it's fire. I was like, what? Like, who is that? I seen this dude with his shades on and his thing, and I was like, yo, what? Like, who is this guy?
Like,
But
goddamn,
yeah.
this guy comes out from a movie or something.
Yeah, for sure. Your top 5.
Right.
Let's just
Well,
run through real quick.
my top 5?
Yeah,
Bro.
just inspirations in music.
I'm a pretty, like I say, Latin music and some English songs. I would say like maybe Michael Jackson was a big inspiration for me. I remember the first song I ever heard was Thriller in English. Like, then I would say
There's a Spanish version of this?
No, I don't think so. They might be,
Latin
but I don't know.
version?
Well, how you say thriller in Spanish?
Thriller is like damn.
Thriller, nice.
No, I don't even remember what that word means in Spanish. And I was like, I would say the other inspiration would be Carlos Santana. His guitars, like they're top 10. Like my little friend right here, we always joke with him because like
My last name's Santana. So
Santana, and like I'm
these guys count on me for it. Everybody does.
yeah, and then
Are you related anyway
Is
to...
that your uncle? Is that your dad?
I would say
he's good.
I would say
Probably has a
my
bunch of
older
kids.
my other
but-
3 inspirations will be like Spanish artists. Like there's this rapper that I love. Like his music is like the best that I ever heard. That he's from Venezuela. He's Big Soto.
Big Soto?
Yeah, Big Soto, and he's like
Big Soda or Big Soto?
Big Soto.
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 Oh.
Yeah. So it's like it's like big soda.
Big ass can of Coke. Big ass can of Sprite, boy. Yeah, continue.
No,
yeah.
but it's
So
like-
Big Soto, yeah.
Big
and-
Soto, I'll say one that's called Acapella. And then one OG, that it's one of the best Spanish rappers. Like anybody that you ask in the Spanish community, like
Daddy
they'll
Yankee?
tell you, no, he's Venezuelan too. Everybody, like, doesn't matter which country you ask them, they're about to tell you Cancerbero.
Oh, Cantabero, yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cancerbero was the Eminem.
Why do you say it's
and
so
the
fucking
Tupac.
American,
Yeah,
bro?
he said it
Yo,
Spanish
and
the
you're
first
Latin.
time, and then he said it white the second time.
I mean, bro.
Yeah, Cancerbero. Yeah, but Cancerbero, bro. What the hell was that?
Bro, my bad, bro. You know, it's like I'm used to talking to people like that. You
I'm
know?
not trying
It's
to
like,
convert you.
some
Relax.
people-
Yeah.
Stay to your roots, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
What's up, fool? But no, yeah. So Cancerbero was like a big inspiration for me, and he's like one of the best, like the top G. He's like the Eminem or Tupac
G.
of
G
Spanish.
boy. For me, top 5. I'm gonna run these off real quick. Pharrell, Timbaland, Scott Storch, Daft Punk, and I'm gonna go with Justin Timberlake.
Yo, you know what I noticed? Out of almost all of those, were like mainly producers or like people that make their own music.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I mean?
the reason Pharrell's an artist too.
Yeah.
So Pharrell's got
Right.
bangers. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
you can't deny that one.
Yeah.
Timbaland,
Fire
legend,
beats.
legend.
Yeah.
His beats, but then like you hear what he does with Justin Timberlake, he'll even get on the track a little bit sometimes.
Yep.
So he'll throw himself on there. Scott Storch, I mean,
Who's got? I don't know who that is.
Scott Storch, yeah, you do, bro.
What?
Still Dre.
Still Dre? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, the
Dun,
white
dun,
dude.
dun, dun, yeah, with the keys, yeah,
with the
yeah.
shades.
Yeah.
Right? Not long hair.
I was
No,
like,
no, I said blonde hair.
Yeah,
I was
blonde
like, I
hair.
don't know
Yeah,
who that
yeah.
is either.
No, yeah. I'm sorry, but he is, in my opinion, the best